Yazın det?
Ja.
På listan.
Sexy.
Today we're gonna make the prep work for chicken fried rice. So what we got today is a couple of nice lovely breasts. Very plump, big. The butcher sorted them out right. And then to go with it we have a couple of carrots, some green peppers, one red pepper, and I got some spring onions for the garnish at the end. Squeeze a lemon to go with the chicken when I fry it up. A little clove of garlic, one. Can be overpowering, so just use one. Some chili flakes, crushed little chili flakes, get a little bit of kick in there. Some black pepper and soy sauce. And then we got our seasoning, which is a little bit of chicken Maggi cubes and some Maldon sea salt. Maldon sea salt's nice. Brings out the taste of the sea. Right, where do we start? Well, we got clean board, start with that. And we're going to do our prep work for the veggies and get it out of the way. So start peeling the carrots. I don't have a rubbish bin at the moment, so let me get a bucket. Finally got my bucket. Took all my rubbish in. We're gonna start with doing some juliennes. Juliennes are the long strips of carrots, really thin strips pieces. So what we're gonna do is we basically just gonna go in with roughly thirds. So go in like 3/3, roughly the same size. Don't have to be perfect. And then you basically get it out, cut it in half. Be careful when you're doing this because carrots can be a little bit tricky to cut, as we just seen. So hold it and then just do some really thin pieces. So you want roughly like that size pieces, and then all you're gonna do is just slice into strips.
Zoom gala tuka.
My board's a little bit rocky. Might go to one side. Yeah, a little bit to a side. Should be okay. Same again, do that for the carrot. So thin pieces, make sure they're rough, even. So when you cook, they cook evenly.
Salt.
Yeah, we got a rocky table. If you got one of those mandolins, you can use that. It helps cut these carrots better. You get nice even slices and it takes all of this knife skill away. And then less effort really, but I don't have one. Roll with the carrot. It's good for the eyes. Next, oh dear, rolling. Carry on. Right. We only really went for one carrot because we realized it's going to be too much. So the other one's going to be my munch. We're going to start with the pepper. We've got some water, just going to wash it out. The way I go about doing it is, well, basically keep it like that. And you just run your knife just around the outside. And you get nice pepper skins just coming off. and you got the core. Right, same again. We're gonna roughly just size it up. So size the carrot, size that, just kind of get it to the similar length so they all look nice. And then we're gonna start doing juliennes. Same again. Slice it through, nice even slices. You got your strips. This prep work doesn't take too long, you know, even without the mandolin. Make sure you always have a sharp knife, it helps. It makes all this work really easy and gets done quick.
Right forearm bore tha.
See the way I'm doing it? Always keep your knuckles tucked away, knife resting on your knuckles, and then slice. Yeah? You can use these pepper bits for later. Don't have to chuck them away. Just gonna tidy this one up a little bit. You can do it without looking, see? Nice thin juliennes. That's the red pepper done.
One hutta.
Tell them. Right, we're going to do the same with the green one. Again, you just work around the side, get all the pepper skin off. Nice. Always after, make sure you have a nice dry clean board, so knife, so nothing gets slippery or walked away. Worst thing you can do is slip with a knife, so always take your time, clean the board up. We finished our prep work, which is carrots, julienne with the red peppers and the green peppers. See, as much even slices as we can get. So we got nice little bit of variety of color there. And then what we're going to do is now prep up the garnish. You only really need maybe one of these spring onions. Spring rolls. Maybe I'm hungry. So what we're going to do is give it a light little wash. And what we're going to do is we're going to chop the tips off. They're pretty much useless. And just nice little things. They're just going to go on as a garnish on the top. Yeah. Little bits of garnish. Gives it that little bit of crunch, that little bit kind of little kick at the end from the onion. That's not really spicy as such. So there we go, pretty much it. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. If you want to go for more, it's optional. Just go for more. This little bit we're going to use as a little garnish as well. We're going to turn this into like a flower almost. Slice down the middle, turn it around, slice down the middle, and keep going until it looks like a spawning flower, really. So we're just gonna, that looks a bit something funny. So we're gonna do that, a little bit of garnish at the end. Chuck these bits away. Again, we're just tidying up the breast piece. So we're just getting all rid of all that little bits. We got smaller breast pieces here, and put it back in the plate. And I'm going to show you what we do with the big one. Again, same story again. Just go really at an angle. Really thin slices. And when you get to like this, what we're going to do is you can pretty much cut it in half, because you don't want long slices. So this 2 breasts should be enough for like 5 to 6 servings, really. Because when you mix it with the veggies that you have, and the rice, it'd be more than enough. I know normally, traditionally, in like when we're doing it, we fry up the chicken or boil the chicken, we shred it, we can shred it, or we can cut it into really thin pieces. But then I thought, why not have a decent sized piece that you can bite into every little bite you get from the fried rice at the end. Take your time when you're doing this slicing of chicken because it can be slippery, but always keep your knuckles tucked away and, you know, a firm grip on the chicken. If you do need to dry your hands, just give it a wipe on the cloth and then go again. So you just wipe on the cloth or get a roll, just normal kitchen roll, just give it a little wipe so your hands are not so slippery again, and then you got a bit more firmer grip on the chicken breast. Everybody loves a bit of firm grip on the chicken breast. A lot of innuendo from me. I like cooking this way. I love it, enjoying this first time cooking outside, really. Hopefully this is gonna be my future studio setup. Yeah, so this is just a trial. Pura Vida Kitchen by Edible Afonso.
Wonderbar. Wonderbar.
Alright guys, we're back inside. I'm gonna start this up. Okay, now it decides to work. Get my big torch. Boom. I got my pan on the go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fry up the chicken. So get that nice and hot. And then we got our olive oil. We don't need a lot, we only need a little bit. Got my camera rig set up here. This is helping me record. I'm going to practice with that one for probably future videos. So get that nice and hot. This one's quite quick with this little gas. We're going to add a oil. Let that get up to temperature. We got everything we need literally here, so we're gonna go with that. And you know, we might improvise. I might chuck a little bit of say a bit more spices in there, but let's see how we get on. So one way you can test if the pan is hot enough is you can either get a tiny splash of water and give it, but nothing's happening, so what we're going to do is we're going to give it a bit more time. We want the chicken to just be crispy. It's going to fry up straight away. So now it's time to flutter a little bit. We're going to go in with our chicken. And all we do, just put it all in there. Messed up a little bit there. I forgot about the bloody garlic. Yeah, let's make a little bit of space in the middle. It's not gonna matter too much because there's already garlic in here. So what we're gonna do is get a tiny little extra piece of garlic that we have. Just stick in the middle. It's gonna infuse the oil. So it's gonna infuse with the oil. It doesn't matter. See, you can improvise as you go along. With the soy sauce and the garlic and everything, oh, the smells are incredible already. I've left it on full heat because all you want to do is just fry it real quick. Chicken's going to come out nice. Give it time to cook. Keep sticking it. I'm going to chuck in a little bit of chili flakes while I'm at it. Not a lot. Yeah. See, the soy sauce gives the chicken a nice golden sort of brown color, and when it starts crispening up, it really looks really good instead of just plain white chicken in there. See how these pieces are coming out nice? Look, if you zoom in, see? It's nice, little pieces. Get them going. While we was outside doing our prep work, I did forget about one thing. One thing is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a bowl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack a couple of eggs in there. Obviously, there's no chicken without the egg. I'll show you how to crack it one-handed. You'll give it tap, tap, hold it, boom. Yeah? Couple of eggs, and should be okay. Chicken's gonna do its thing. Give it a couple of little stir once in a while. It's still hot. It's taking the heat away. It's gonna build it back up. So yeah, let it do its thing. Yeah. If you want to taste it, give it a little bit, a few minutes, and then you can taste it. So to the egg, we're gonna add a little pinch of salt, tiny bit pinch. We don't want a lot. That salt. And I'm going to improvise a little bit. I don't like my eggs just the way they are meant to be. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of smoked paprika. And add a tiny bit of smoked paprika in a second. This one's quite good. It's quite hot as well. So it gives a complete change of the flavour of the egg when you do it really. And then you got little flecks of paprika, so a tiny bit of paprika in there. This is pretty much doing it on the fly and improvising as you go. If you have a whisk, use a whisk. I just use anything I got at hand really. Can't call me a pro, I'm just pretty much a hobby. I love food. Right. That's on the go. That's the chicken. So I'm going to piece this already. Look how long that took to do the egg. Oh, it's nothing. Egg's done. Yeah, so we're going to keep that to the side, bring that one back on. And you're just going to taste the chicken a little bit. So these are such small pieces, they don't take really long to cook. Chicken's nice. The veggies are going to soak up all the flavour. I'm going to let Chris have a little taste to tell me. Yeah? Good. In a minute, I'm going to just taste the veggies, see if they are absorbing the flavour. I'm going to give them another little bit of helping because I've left the rice a little bit bland. And I'm going to give them a little bit of helping. Because it'll all balance out in the end. Once you put all the rice and mix it all together, the rice, like I said, is going to soak up most of this flavour as well. So whatever's in the pan that you're tasting now, you're only going to be tasting half of it. If you can't toss, just use the wooden spoon. But if you can toss, it's not just because it's a chefy way of doing it. You do kind of evenly distribute the flavor. You make sure you kind of get it even on the inside and everywhere. So, see, that looks fantastic. And you know what? It's almost done. Pretty much there. So I'm going to turn it off. So what we're going to do is I'm going to swap this around, get around the high heat, because this wok, you want it to be hot to kind of trap the trap the heat in there and get the rice all crispy and going. I don't know why I turned it off. That's really good. Turn that back on. Get that really, really, really hot. While that's getting hot, I'm just going to bring my rice out. Got my rice ready. Just brought it out from the fridge. So I'm going to fluff it up a little bit. See, it's staying solid. It's staying in these individual little pieces, individual rice pieces, and that's what you want. Because otherwise they break off and then they're not right. So now what you're going to do is you're going to basically get a tiny bit of oil in there. I only got a little bit left. You're not going with much. Some people like to add butter just for flavor, but with all of whatever's going on, so that's, the egg's got a bit of paprika flavor to it. You're going to get that. You're going to get the flavor from the chicken. You're going to get flavor from the rice. Well, what's going to absorb from the little liquid from there, and that's all that's going to matter. You can do it separately, so this is purely optional. If you leave the rice hot or just warm it up back in the thing, then all you can do is just add this to this, mix it all together, throw in your garnish at the top, and you know, Bob's your uncle. But you know, the way I'm doing it is a little bit differently, because I like it a little bit crispy. So mostly this is useful when you're catering for, if you've got a few friends around and you want to kind of give it fresh individual portions. So I'm going to actually take some of this oil out because it's quite a lot. So I'm just going to chuck it away. You just want thin droplets coating. So what we're going to do is I want to go in with a portion of this. Portion of that. Getting hot. Checking your rice. You want it to be hot, so let the pan be. You hear that? All that? You hear that? So if you come closer with the camera, you hear all the crackling. That's the rice staying crispy. You lock it well. Keep turning it, and you know, to lock in the flavor. Just keep it thick. You don't want the rice to get too soggy. See how good that's starting to look already? So yeah, it doesn't take long, just waiting for the rice to heat up. You can at this point have a little taste there, see what's missing. So I might do that, really. Got my fork here. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Soy sauce. Soy sauce. Soy sauce.
Yeah. You can add soy sauce to this, but just be careful that it can turn it a little bit salty, but this is absolutely perfect.
Pepper.
No, pepper's already there in the, when we added the chicken. So all I'm going to do is just give it, squeeze a lime and then turn it off. Watch out for the seeds. Chucked in a couple bit, but I'll take it more in a sec now. It's one. It's two. So now, pretty much ready to give it something a little soft. And then I'm going to turn this off because it's done. We're going to chuck in our spring onions just as a bit of garnish on the top. And look, this is enough for a good 2-3 people, and I've only used half, well, less than half really. So this is enough for 2-3 people. You give a bit of garnish at the top. Yeah. Go on top. Bang. That, my friend, is your fried rice. Pretty much, I skipped a step. Completely forgot about the bloody egg. So, chop it into little pieces. Yeah. So all you're going to do is literally just put a few on top. You know, just make sure there's really small pieces. Check a few on top. And that is your chicken fried rice.